Good morning, everyone. Hare Krishna. So we'll continue reading from Living Name by Satchidananda Swami Maharaj. We are in the chapter 5th. We completed a first part. Now we'll be starting with humility, the gateway to surrender. To enter the vast arena of surrender, start with first step, humility. Only a humble and meek person is allowed to move forward in bhakti while the proud are sent back. Develop a humble and reflective mindset. I am fickle and unsteady in my sadhana. I have not realized my spiritual nature, nor do I have any real devotion. I am unqualified in every way. Oh Krishna, please show me mercy. Please, I just cannot tolerate this state any longer. Please give me some service to you. Please accept me. Please accept me. Some people are afraid to take this step because they suffer from low self-esteem and fear that this kind of supplication will make them even less confident in life. But true humility does not mean to think less of yourself. It means to think of yourself less. Again, the true humility does not mean to think less of yourself. It means to think of yourself less. Humility is not supposed to bring one into mental prison of self-absorption, but widen one's perspective to the extraordinary mercy of the Lord, and that is always enlivening. If we start to practice serious chanting, feelings of humility will naturally overwhelm our heart. In order to enter the world of Sri Krishna, we have to bend very low through the gateway of humility. Bow down, miser, bow down, sister, bow down, mister, bow down, sister. Otherwise, we won't fit through the gate. This is the reason why Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnuna amanaina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. One who thinks himself lower than the grass, who is more tolerant than a tree, and who does not expect personal honor, but is always prepared to give all respects to others, can very easily always chant the holy name of the Lord. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Anchalila 2021. In the last line, Sada means always. We can always chant when we are humble. Once in 1931, Srila Prabhupada, who was running a pharmaceutical business in Allahabad at the time, was visited by Dr. O.B.L. Kapoor, a prominent scholar and god brother. Srila Prabhupada had prepared him a tonic as a gift. Upon receiving it, Dr. Kapoor joked, Abhay Babu, I wish you would give me the tonic of Krishna Prema, pure love of Krishna, that you yourself use. I don't have the tonic as of yet, Srila Prabhupada had replied, but I have the formula. If the formula is not a secret, then please give it to me, Dr. Kapoor requested. It's not a secret at all. Trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sahishnuna amanena manadena kirtaniya sadahari. This is the formula, Srila Prabhupada said, and I am going to preach it all over the world. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura recommended a wonderful song written by his father, Srila Bhakti Vinoda Thakura, that can be performed before Nama Kirtana. It is a tonic that includes true humility, entitled Amara Jivana. It appears in the Sharanagati collection of poems. It urges us to introspect, recognize our deficiencies, and to humbly beg for Lord's grace to remedy them. हमारा जीवन सदा पापे राता नाही को पुण्येरा लेशा पारे रे उद्वेगा दियाची जे काटा दियाचे जीवेरा क्लेशा निज सुखा लागी पापे नाही दोरी दोयही ना स्वार्थ पारो पर सुखे दुखी सदमिथ्याभासी पर दुःख सुख करो आशेषा कामान हृदि माझे मोरा क्रोधिदंबा पराया मदमाता सादा Vishaye mohita himsa garbha vibhusha. Nidralasyahata shukarye virata akarye yudyogi ami. Pratishta lagiya satya acharana lobahata sadakami. Ihine durjana sajjana vajita aparadhi nirantara. Shubhakarja shunya sadanartha mana nana dukke jvara jvara. Baradakye kon upaya vihin tate dina akincha bhakati vinoda prabhuracharan kore dukkha nivedan. My life is ever given to sin. In it there is not a particle of good. I have caused others great anxiety and have troubled all souls. For the sake of my own enjoyment, I have never hesitated to perform sinful acts. Devoid of all compassion, I am concerned only with my selfish interest. Perpetually speaking lies, I become dejected upon seeing others happy, whereas the misery of others is a source of great delight for me. There are limitless material desires within the core of my heart. I am wrathful, fond of exhibiting arrogance, intoxicated by vanity, and bewildered by worldly affairs. I wear the cherished ornaments of envy and egotism. Ruined by laziness and sleep, I resist all pious deeds, yet am very enthusiastic to perform wicked acts. For the sake of worldly fame and reputation, I engage in the practice of deceitfulness. I am victimized by my own greed, being always lustful. A vile, wicked man, such as this, rejected by godly people, is a constant offender, devoid of all good works, forever inclined towards evil. He is worn out and wasted by various miseries. Now, in old age, deprived of all means of relief, thus humble and poor, Bhakti Vinoda submits his tale of grief at the feet of the Supreme Lord. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura recommended that every sadhaka should chasten himself every morning and evening with these prayers. When we look inside ourselves, we become aware of our real disqualification and can appreciate so much more what is given to us. On the other hand, if we feel qualified and deserving a special gift, loses its specialness to us. A humble soul is described as someone who, although accomplished in many ways, thinks himself utterly unqualified. Such a soul sees that in relationship to the God, he is insignificant. Yes, in comparison to someone who has just started on the spiritual path, the humble soul has experience to leverage. But that does not make him feel superior because, in relationship to the ultimate goal, pure, exalted love of God, he always feels so far away. Thus, to get closer to the goal, it is more effective to remain in the beginner's mindset. How? The humble soul understands that the goal of Krishna Prema is unfathomable to a mere mortal. In appreciation of something so high, he laments being so low and far away. This feeling attracts Krishna, while Vishada, lamentation, pulls down if directed towards material objects and relations. The opposite happens in the Vishada Yoga, the yoga of sincere lamentation. Faced with our insufficiencies, if we turn to Krishna for help, then miracles happen. Lamenting our distance from Krishna never fails to lift us up towards Him. Thus, the way up is by bending down. If we wish to reach Krishna, then become truly humble. Through, though, please remember, don't think less of yourself, but think of yourself less. We can stop here. So it's talking about humble. I think we have been hearing in every chapter multiple times. Only way we can, uh, we can be at the mercy of Krishna, or we can receive the Krishna's mercy, is being humble. And how to be humble is, we are thinking, Ishtastaka, it says like Trinanabi Chunichena, Tarorapi Saishnana. We have to think ourselves lower than the grass. And here it also says like we have to, by being humble, we can widen our perspective. Meaning, usually if we are selfish, we are always full of me, mine, and myself. But when we think that we are humbly surrendered to Krishna and think that Krishna is our supreme Father, then a lot of our vision will widen up, our relations will widen up. We will see a lot of we can see soul in every living entity. So this prayer is very good by Amara Jivan. I can send the beautifully sung by Maharaj, that we can use. I think it's all true. If you see every stand lyric of this tells us how we are sinful, how we are our own enjoyment, and we waste all our time and life for our own enjoyment, or material opulence, or material desires. And but at the end of the life, it says, now in the old age, deprived of all means of relief, then we are humbled and poor. So learning from this Acharya's lyrics and songs, the sooner we realize, the sooner we become close to Krishna, and we can dedicate our time in chanting and serving Krishna and his devotees. With that,